Hello friends, today I'm back with a new success story for you all, right? So this story will tell you how important leaving 10% of your income for needy people, how important it is, and it will make you rich also. So the story name is The Story of a Generous Business Partner. So one day, a very wealthy man was walking on the road. Along the way, he saw a beggar on the sidewalk. The rich man looked kindly on the beggar and asked, "How did you become a beggar?" The beggar said, "Sir, I have been applying for a job for a year now, but haven't found any." "You look like a rich man, sir. You'll give me a job. I'll stop begging." The rich man smiled and said, "I want to help you, but I won't give you a job. I'll do something better. I want you to be my business partner. Let's start a business together." The beggar blinked hard. He didn't understand what the older man was saying. "What do you mean, sir? I saw a rich plantation. I own a rich plantation, I'm sorry. You could sell my rice in the market. I'll provide you the sacks of rice. I'll pay the rent for the market stall. I'll even give you food allowance every day for the next 30 days. All you will have to do is sell my rice, and at the end of the month, as business partners, we will share in the profits." Tears of joy rolled down his cheeks. "Oh, sir," he said, "you are a gift from heaven. You are the answer to my prayers. Thank you, thank you, thank you." He then paused and said, "Sir, how we will divide the profits? Do I keep 10% and you get the 90%? Do I keep 5% and you get the 95%? I'll happy with any arrangement." The rich man shook his head and chuckled. "No, I want you to give me the 10% and you keep the 90%. For a moment, the beggar couldn't speak. When he tried to speak, it was gibberish. "Oh, gee, oh, wow, oh." He couldn't believe his ears. The deal was too preposterous. The rich man laughed more loudly. He explained, "I don't need any money, my friend. I'm already wealthy beyond what you can ever imagine. I want you to give me 10% of your profits so you grow in faithfulness and gratitude." The beggar knelt down before his benefactor and said, "Yes, sir, I will do as you say. Even now, I am so grateful for what you have done for me." And so, that was what happened. He forgets where the blessings came from. Each day the beggar, now dressed a little bit better, operated a store selling rice in the market. He worked very hard. He woke up early in the morning and slept late at night, and sales were brisk. Sales were very high. Also, because the rice was of good quality, after the 30 days, the profits were astounding. At the end of the month, as the ex-beggar was counting the money and liking very much the feeling of money in his hands, an idea grew in his mind. He told himself, "Gee, why should I give 10% to my business partner? I did not see him the whole month. I was the one who was working day and night for his business. I did all this work. I deserve the 100% profits." Now he had an ego in him that I am doing everything. A few minutes later, the rich man was knocking on the door to collect his 10% of the profits. The ex-beggar opened the door and said, "You don't deserve the 10%. I worked hard for this. I deserve all of it." And he slammed the door. If you were his business partner, how would you feel? Friend, this is exactly what happens to us. God gave you everything. I have got an announcement to make. God is your business partner, and your business partner gave you everything. God gave you your life, every single moment, every single breath, every single second. God gave you talents, your ability to talk, to create, to earn money. God gave you your body, your eyes, your ears, your mouth, your hands, your feet, your heart. God gave you your mind, your imagination, your emotions, your reasoning, your language. In the Old Testament, your divine business partner only asks that you give 10% of your profits. But I have noticed that many don't want to tithe because they feel they own everything they earn. Big mistake, very big mistake. So in my comments I would say tithing is important for all people. Have big misconception that they think if they do not have anything, how would we be able to give away money to the poor? Here is the point. You have to give money first, then eventually it will multiply and come to you from many resources. I will take an example of Rhonda Byrne here, where she writes her experience of shortage of money she faced while making Secret movie and how she overcome this situation by giving away money. Read below. A few years ago, I reached an all-time low with money in my life and had several credit cards that I had charged up. My apartment was mortgaged to the limit, and my company was in debt for millions of dollars because I was making a movie called The Secret. I think my situation with money was about as bad as anybody's can get. I wanted money to finish the film. I knew the law of attraction and I knew I had to feel good about money to bring it to me. But it wasn't easy because every single day I was confronted by the mounting debt with people calling for money and had no idea how I would be able to pay my staff's wages. So I took drastic action. I walked to an ATM and drew out several $100s from my credit card account. I needed that money so badly to pay bills and buy food, but I took the money in my hand. I walked down a busy street and I gave the money away to people on the street. I put a $50 bill in my hand, and as I walked, I looked at each person's face as they walked toward me, trying to decide who to give the money to. I wanted to give money to every single person, but I only had a certain amount. I let my heart choose and I gave the money away to all kinds of people. It was the first time in my life I had felt love for the money. She was feeling love for the money. But it wasn't the money itself that caused me to feel love. It was giving the money to people that made me feel love for money. It was a Friday, and afterward I had tears of joy all weekend about how good it felt to give money. On Monday afternoon, something astounding happened. My bank account received $25,000 through the most incredible sequence of events. That $25,000 literally fell out of sky into my life and into my account. I had bought some shares in a friend's company years earlier, and I had forgotten about them because they had never increased in value. But that Monday morning, I received a phone call asking me if I would sell my shares as they had skyrocketed in the value. And by Monday afternoon, the money for the shares was in my account. I did not set out to give money. I did not set out to give money away to bring more money to me. I gave it so I would feel love about money. I wanted to change a lifetime of feeling bad about money. If I had given away that money in order to get money, it would never have worked because it would have meant I was motivated by feeling a lack of money, which is negative, instead of being motivated by love. But if you give money away and if you feel love when you give it, most surely it will return to you. One man wrote a check and donated $100 to a charity he felt was really worthwhile. Within 10 hours of writing the check, he closed the largest sale he had ever had in this company. So I believe that you are now aware of benefits of tithing. So it's very important to tithe money to bring more money to your life. Right, so the business part in the story, business partner, that beggar was very wrong as he stopped taking the money. So I hope you like this story, and if you need any kind of advice regarding the law of attraction, right, I'm ready to give you advice, right? So you can contact me on the given numbers at the end of this video. I hope you like this video. So you will like this, you will give the like to this video, thumbs up, and share and comment on on this video. So thank you for listening to the complete video, and have a great day. Bye bye to all.